Right, so doing our science today, Sean, we're on the chemistry section of mixing, dissolving and separating, and it's vocabulary builder. So what we've got to do, it says the 4 diagrams below show how different mixtures are separated. Choose words from the box to correctly label each diagram. And there you've got your 4 words, and we've got to match them up. Well, we write them in here. Did you get a pencil? Like, oh, well done. I've just pop the date on first. What did we? Oh, it's the 1st of February. How can I forget? You know, can you just fit it up the top somewhere, your date, like you normally do. Okay. Right then. So our first word is filtering. So which picture do you think looks like it's filtering something? Yeah, I'd say that too. So if you write it in the A column there. Right, that's good. Our second word then, chromatography. So which one do you think is chromatography? Yeah, I think that is, yeah. So, no, don't write it in B, you've got to write it in D because it's D picture. So we'll just move this camera up a little bit. I'm not sure if people can see what we're doing, if we're a bit too close. I'm not sure. It'll be trial and error, I think, everybody who's watching in. You just have to bear with us. Right, so our next word then is what? Evaporation. Oh yes, you knew that straight away. So that's B. The last one's easy, isn't it? Well, there's only one left. Right, let's see if we turn over, see what we've got to do next, and just make sure that everyone can see. I have to excuse us bouncing you about a bit because we've never had to focus it on the book before. I think that might be better, won't it? So we're continuing what we've just been doing. So question 2 says, or asks us, which term best describes each of the following reactions? You've got to choose your answers from the options below, but only use each answer once. So, the reaction that occurs when a piece of sodium reacts with oxygen in the air is called, what do you think it would be called? There's a bit of a clue actually in one of the words. Yeah, oxidation. So if you write, well, yeah, it's just your letter you've got to write in. Sorry, I was going to say write the word. It's your letter. Then we've got the question, the reaction that occurs when petrol burns in the engine of a car. If petrol burns in the engine of a car, what's likely to happen? What could possibly happen? Boom. Boom. Yeah, so what word do you think looks like it might be a boom type of word? No, yeah, combustion, or combust, boom. I'm sorry, I'm holding your page down because they bounce up, don't they? Right, okay, yeah, I need one left. So hopefully we're right on that, Sean. So now you've got to draw the lines to match the words to their definitions. So we'll have to look at this. We'll look first at the ones that we will know. So when something is saturated, so a liquid into which solids dissolve, a liquid that cannot dissolve any more solid, a solid that dissolves in the liquid, or a liquid that has a solid dissolved in it. So if something is saturated, what do you think that would mean? So like it's rain and you're absolutely saturated, wet through, full of moisture. Would you be able to get any more wetter? Any wetter, I should say. If you're already soaking through, saturated, could you get any wetter?
Yeah.
Not really. You're already wet through. So, taking a guess, which would you think? Yeah, a liquid that cannot dissolve any more solid. I mean, we don't know till we check the answers, but saturated, yeah. But that's how it would seem. Right. Now we've got solution above it, a solution. So we could say a liquid that has a solid dissolved in it. A solid that dissolves in liquid. A liquid into which solids dissolve. Not sure, we may be Googling this. Let's look through it, see if we can get a clue then. What are you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, a solid that dissolves into liquid. That's like me when I take tablets and I put the tablet into the liquid to dissolve. That'd be a solvent. See, none of us really know about science. It's like maths. We don't really know. It's just a boring mystery. So out will come Google to make sure we get it correct. And we will ask it, what is solvent? If we're in the other room, we could ask Alexa, but we're not. So what is a solvent? Having assets and excessive liabilities, able to pay one's debts. Oh dear, that's not what we're talking about. Able to dissolve other substances. The liquid in which a solute is dissolved to form a solution. Okay, so what did a solvent? Oh, we've got the two words together there. Solvent and solute. The liquid. I bet everybody's shouting out the answer at home, saying, "You pair of dumbos, it's such and such." Oh dear. So, solid that dissolves in a liquid. So I tend to want to put a solid that dissolves in a liquid. I seem to want to. It dissolves a solute, resulting in a solution. A solvent is a substance that dissolves a solute. Solid dissolved in it. I tell you what, we'll then work with solute. We'll try what is a solute. What is solute? We'll work from that one first.
Hi in French.
Not a solute. The minor component in a solution dissolved in the solvent. The minor component in a solution. Oh dear, why do we do science? Do you think you could look as well, Sean? Just sit there waiting for the answer to miraculously appear. A solute is a substance dissolved in another substance known as a solvent. It's a substance dissolved in another substance. A solid that dissolves in a liquid. Maybe then. Maybe. Because that would form a solution, I suppose. So we'll try that. We'll go with that one then, Sean, like you say. Because that would then form a solution. Which then, I would imagine, yeah, because if that, if a solute is a liquid, where is it going to? Oh, there, you've gone a bit long, that's why. Is a solid that dissolves in a liquid, that then becomes a solution, and the solution is a liquid that has a solid dissolved into it, wouldn't it? So maybe that would then be that. And we'll just do that. So we're either going to be right or wrong. So we don't actually know. So we've got some math skills to do, but testing understanding. This is a trouble when we haven't got like a little kit or something where we could do it. We've got a few more things there to do. Oops, pages stuck together. So we've got quite a bit of all of that to do. So, I mean, we go on to do some math skills. That air is a mixture of different gases. The pie charts compare the composition of the air shortly after the Earth was formed and how it is today. The figures do not add up to 100% because some of the values have been rounded. So we've got hydrogen at 1%, water vapour at 1%, carbon dioxide at 18% and nitrogen at 80%. That was the early Earth. Today's Earth, we've got argon 0.9%, others at 0.07%, carbon dioxide at 0.4%, nitrogen at 78%. So it goes on to say that air is a mixture of gases. What is meant by the word mixture? So what do you think is known by the word mixture? Hmm? What is mixture?
No, I said about baking mixture.
Well, yeah, it's the same sort of thing. When you're baking, you do a mixture, don't you? So it's not just one thing, is it? You're putting a few things in when you're baking, aren't you? So a mixture is what?
Multiple things.
Yeah, that's it, multiple things, yeah. So mixture will be like multiple things, yeah.
Can I close this curtain, please?
Yeah, is it in your eyes? The sun's coming round, isn't it?
There we go.
So, yeah, it says air is a mixture of gases. What is meant by the word mixture? So, yeah, like a multiple things. Okay, so on to your next question then. So what is the most abundant gas in the air today?
Car gas.
Mm-hmm. Have a look at your, look at your thing and look at today's.
Where is today? Oh,
There, look. So if you look at your little map chart.
yeah, I see it.
So which is your most abundant gas in the air today? Yeah, nitrogen at 78%, yeah. So if you write that for your answer then. Okay, then we've got to name one gas present in the air today that wasn't present in the early air. So have a look what's present today and see if you can see whether it was in the early air. Is what is present today that wasn't there in the early Earth?
Other?
Well, other can be a combination of things that are there, but is there anything specifically stated?
That one.
Argon, yeah, because they didn't have argon in the early Earth. So yeah, that would be your answer for that question. Okay, and then D, describe how the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has changed since the Earth was formed. So let's find carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide in the early Earth was 18%, but now it is only 0.04%. So we've got to describe how the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere has changed since the Earth was formed. yeah, is that what it's asking us? It has become less. Yeah, today it is a lot less, isn't it? So maybe that's what it's asking us. I mean, I don't know if you need to put the figures in or just basically say that it has dropped. It is a lot less today. Okay, that's brilliant. Now this question is about measurement. Write down the readings on the measuring cylinder and thermometer shown below. So, what is it on? Can you see?
It looks like 20.
Yeah, 20. I don't know if you put the centimetre and 3 on. I don't know because that's what it. What's it? And your temperature is on. So you got to count how many notches are in between each.
4.
It's hard to see. It's small and my glasses, so that's 20. 1, 2, probably 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to that. So that represents 2 then. 22, 24, 26, 28. So yeah, each one of them notches would represent 2. So start year 10. So that would.
Wait.
Yeah, so that's 10.
Yeah.
Add 2 on.
12.
Again.
14.
Yeah, again.
16.
And
18.
18. So yeah, it'd be 18. And that it's a degree centigrade. Yeah, that's lovely. So we're going on to something else there. So we'll leave that one at that for a moment. Put you back up to me. So I hope that you could see that okay. I've not put it down to a book before, so I'll see when I play it back what it looks like. Might have to adjust it again another time. But this is a science book that we've been doing. She's running away in case it catches her. I said, are you all right to film it? I says, we won't show you because we just want to look at the work you're doing. So she's all right with that. So this is what we're doing, Key Stage 3 Revision Science. It's a Year 7 workbook. It's a really good workbook. The only trouble is we haven't got the instruction book to go with it that you read through and learn and then come to do your work. So we've been having to Google a lot of things, and some days it's been quite stressful, but we've sort of worked our way through it. Yeah, we're quite far through it now actually. Let's have a look, we haven't got much left. I think it'll be finished before the end of Year 7 finishes. We've just got sort of this little section doing. They're quite thick pages, so I think we'll get through quite well. But then we've got the Dynamo lab where we did the experiment. Was it last week? We did the volcano, that's it. You can talk loud, so I didn't go whisper. We did the volcano, so we've got a few more things in there to do. So if we run short on the science lessons, we can mix them in as well and show you some of them. So yeah, so on the Tuesdays now, we're going to try and show you Sian doing a lesson, so you can see what sort of lessons that she's doing from the bookwork and that. And hopefully, like I said yesterday, we'll be out and about soon and can do some outdoor stuff as well. So yeah, so that's today. Now the next time I'll see you now will be on Thursday for homeschool cooking, and hopefully if all goes to plan we'll do a Madeira cake. So we shall see you on Thursday. So bye for now.